Alright, what's up, yins guys? I'm gonna do a video and talk a little bit about some funny shit I encountered when I was like a young kid. I mentioned this in the middle of a video I made. It ended up being a 15-minute video, and I was somewhere in the middle of the video. I brought it up because I brought up the cartoon Voltron, because the whole previous video was about the cartoons when us people of my age group now were younger, and the kind of cartoons and anime we had. But every time I even hear or think about Voltron, or anybody brings up Voltron, anybody my age, I think about this incident that happened in a church. I mean, nothing against all Christians, but you get some weird ones once in a while, you know, when you're standing up when anybody has prayer requests and stuff like that. And I said that I brought this up in the middle of a 15-minute video, so I decided to talk about this separately and just bring it up. Okay, so back when I was a younger kid, probably wasn't even 13 yet, I don't know, but it's at this church one time and all that, and when they're asking about prayer requests, everybody's standing up, you get the normal people. It says, my brother-in-law is sick, my sister is sick, my grandmother or my mother or father or grandfather is sick, or somebody going to hospital, they're going to have an operation, please pray for them, and yada yada. That's normal, right? But one woman stood up, and I kid you not, she was actually like brought up the cartoon Voltron that all the kids were watching, and she had a prayer request concerning it, and she wasn't just describing it like in a prayer request. She was describing it, and she started sobbing and crying, I kid you not, while she was talking about it like it was some terrible thing. She was talking about, you know, like if any of you guys my age ever followed old classic cartoons, or my age group, or you ever watched the cartoon Voltron, Defender of the Universe, you had one cartoon that Prince, what the heck is his name? He was a bad guy, you know what I mean? He was the Darth Vader of that cartoon show, so to speak. And yeah, he was hailed by his people like he's the man, he's the king, he's the shit, he's king shit, he's the man. But anyway, the woman was describing, she was going, this cartoon called Voltron, there was a guy in there, he's a villain, and he wore this cape, and in the cartoon, everybody that followed him was hailing him King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and it's so terrible. I mean, this is like, every time I hear about her friends talk about the Voltron, like people my age, like about old cartoons. I even mentioned to my girlfriend one time when we were talking about the old cartoons. Wherever that woman is now, or however old she is now, I mean, she could rest assured that still remains in my head to this day is like some really funny shit that every time I hear that cartoon Voltron, this woman pops into my head. This is one of them things that is so damn funny that you every once in a while you get some idiot that that stays there in your head. You just never forget that shit. You know what I mean? But so you never know what people are probably saying about your cartoons now. I mean, some of the religious people are probably shitting bricks right now and really going ape shit, you know, if they see some of the stuff we're watching now. Like I used to watch Inuyasha in late nights on Adult Swim. Yeah, that's Inuyasha I never brought up in that 15-minute video I previously did, which that video I should have did it over, really. I was kind of not getting to my point very good. I just said, the hell with it, I ain't doing it over. I don't always talk right on the videos, you know what I mean? Because it's not like talking to people in a room. It's way different. But yeah, I only got 15 minutes, and yeah, I was going to bring up Inuyasha. Yeah, they would have been, some of these religious people would be shitting bricks if they see an Inuyasha, Full Metal Alchemist, like the content in that. And it's just a cartoon. It's about good and evil in human nature. There's good guys, there's bad guys, and the bad guys tend to be very evil, and they're summoning evil spirits, and the good guy always has to use some other kind of power that he has to stop them. And it's just like reading a novel, a book where a lot of people don't even like you reading that. You're supposed to, I guess, read the King James Bible like you're, I guess, raised unlike, well, a lot of traditional Christianity ain't like that now. You watch a little bit of violent movies, we'll watch things like that once in a while, but a lot of the people still have the overly zealous traditional Christianity where if you're a guy, you're raised that you're supposed to, if you go to school at all, or if you don't, you're supposed to work your butt off, work your fingers to the bone. Yeah, you get married, have kids, and then your destiny after you go to college or go into work, you work your fingers to the bone. You get to come home, watch a little bit of TV, and then it's all going into raising kids, and then you go and then go to church every Sunday, and the rest of your waking hours you just study and read the Bible, and then everything else, money, financial wise, you live on credit too. Yeah, living on credit is the big thing. And then if you're a woman, a young girl raised to be a woman, some Christianity, going to college education is optional. Some of them approve, but other ones, it depends on what variation you're raised in. If you're a woman, you're taught that it's big fun being pregnant, and having a baby is a blessing and it's of God. You're supposed to make as many babies as possible, while the guy works his fingers to the bone and he gets to get her pregnant as many times possible, because it's a blessing and it's big fun to get somebody pregnant, and it's of God, and she's supposed to think it's big fun to be pregnant. And they all study the Bible constantly, and then he works his fingers to the bone, yeah, and all that stuff, that whole story. Yeah, we're not supposed to, anyway, then you raise the kids, you're not supposed to entertain anything else, any other kind of thought or ideas, or you're not allowed to watch anything, for the entertainment that might, they say it might brainwash you into whatever they say, you know what I mean? But hell, I'd rather watch cartoons and anime than some of the garbage on TV like Jerry Springer and Sex and the City and all that stuff, and some of the crappy reality shows that are on, you know what I mean? Yeah, that I'm not even like a very zealous Christian fanatic, but I have a lot of TV that I hate. I'm like, what the hell is the difference? But yeah, anyway, I'm yammering on and on anyway, but I wanted to share that with you how in a separate video, because I talked about it in one of my other videos about cartoons. Anyway, if you have any kind of funny shit like that you want to share, if somebody stood up in a church saying something like that, or got over emotional about a cartoon, whether it's in a church or in some religious function, go ahead and do a video response and make a comment or whatever the hell. But I think that's some funny shit, and this video really was originally about talking about that separately, because I was talking about it in the middle of a video that was 15 minutes long. In case any of you guys, some of you guys that even know me, maybe if some of you guys don't even listen to all my videos all the way through, that's okay, but figure I'd talk about that separately, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's about it for now for this video. Now, see you next time.